Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a Commonwealth city is having to work together to find solutions to its debt dilemma. And soon students in public schools could be banned from using their cell phones in the classroom.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 6:30 on Wednesday, February 7th. Now let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
25 degrees outside our WYMT studios, Olivia. Clear skies, though, and as much as it may be a cool, crisp start to the day, going to have a gorgeous finish. Up close to 60 this afternoon. Some nice weather. At least regarding mild temperatures continue into tomorrow. The only difference is we'll deal with a little bit more in the way of some cloud cover tomorrow. The pattern change still on the horizon this coming weekend. And yes, temps remain above average into the weekend. It's next week where things start to really change temperature-wise. It's now down to 22 at Irvin, 33 up at Lexington, 25 again outside our door here in Hazard, but 34 up the road at Jackson. Lower 30s at Wise, 21 at Clintwood. So clearly you can see whose wind has completely calmed down for a good period of time on the overnight period. Clouds streaming in from the north and west means, yes, it'll dim the sunshine to a point again today. So we will call for a mostly sunny sky and a forecast high of close to 60 this afternoon. More about the First Alert 7-day forecast coming up in a few moments. Olivia?
All right, Tim, thank you. With a new city clerk and a new city attorney, Elkhorn City Council is hoping to band together and find solutions to the city's money concerns. WYMT's Buddy Forbes was there as the council held meeting to bring the community together to hear the problems and the plans.
Lord help us. We got there's a mess.
A contentious city council meeting.
You have to have a head man. We're walking around with no head.
Focused on Elkhorn City's fumbling finances.
I know there was a lot of fingers pointed at the clerk that got fired. You know, and excuse me guys, but the clerk ain't your problem.
The Elkhorn City Council held a special called meeting Monday night, taking responsibility for the oversights that left the city in the hole more than $300,000.
That's on us that we didn't know what we should have known. And those kind of things that slipped by us that, you know, but now we're trying to get it back on track. We've made some steps.
The council discussed more than $100,000 in missing pension payments, years of missing audits freezing the city's grant projects, and a series of banking inconsistencies causing payroll checks to bounce.
Money that has been misplaced throughout the city, but it's been paid on other things. It's not been unaccounted for, but it's been put places that we didn't realize what was going on.
Officials say there is just not enough money flowing in, but they had no indication there was a problem.
Huh? You did? No, I did not. Didn't get a notification or anything? I didn't get that.
Now with a plan in place to address delinquent water bills and seek outside funding, and a request for new property value assessments, council members say it will take time to get revenue rolling in.
The water bills that's owed is bad. But homes that are worth $80,000 are valued at $2,000.
But community members say it should have never gotten to this point.
No, you don't ask for it. You demand it.
These people, they work real hard. They deserve the best. And like I said, that's what I said. I feel bad because maybe I wasn't giving my best. And I realized that, you know, maybe I should be more involved in what's going on. The things that I thought someone else was taking care of, I realized that maybe I need to have more information there. And we all should.
In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The state is currently completing an audit on the city, which officials say will help the council find footing and create a working budget. The Pike County Fiscal Court is taking over one of the ongoing grant projects to make sure work continues and employees are being paid. State police are asking for help finding a Knott County man who went missing. Troopers described 56-year-old Richie Sloan of Litcar as a white man who is 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 150 pounds. Troopers say Sloan has blue eyes with partially gray hair. Officials say Sloan was last seen about 2 months ago walking on Kentucky 160 near his home on Craig Court. If you have any information, you are asked to contact KSP at 606-435-6069. We have an update about a story we first told you about Monday. Kentucky State Police have released the identity of a person killed in a motorcycle crash in Knott County. 65-year-old Steve Howard of Hazard was riding the motorcycle on Kentucky 160 in the Litcar community when police say a car crossed the center line and hit the motorcycle head on. Howard was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries. In Lawrence County, one person is dead after a crash involving a semi-truck and a car. Troopers say the crash happened Tuesday morning on US 23 near the junction of Kentucky 645. The semi was heading south when it struck a car head-on coming from the other direction. Police say the person behind the wheel of the car was killed. The identity of the person in the crash has not been released. A Pike County man is behind bars after police say he strangled a child. The incident happened last Saturday when police were called out to a home on Ziegler Drive in Pikeville. Police say 41-year-old Michael Harris strangled a 10-year-old and fired a gun at a car while the mother of the child was trying to get away. When police arrived, they found drugs in Harris's pockets. Harris was taken to the Pike County Detention Center. A Wayne County man is facing charges after police say they found multiple drugs on him. It happened Monday evening when police were looking for a truck believed to be transporting illegal narcotics. After a traffic stop, police searched the truck. During that search, 3 bags of crystal substance believed to be meth were found along with several other drugs. Dustin Dodd of Monticello was taken to the Wayne County Detention Center. A bill to ban the use of cell phones in Kentucky classrooms is moving forward. House Bill 383 would require schools to ban phones in the classroom. It passed unanimously in the House Education Committee yesterday morning. Representative Josh Bray says he got the idea from a teacher having trouble keeping students off their phones. There would be a few exceptions to the ban, including emergencies.
It gives the teacher the support in the classroom because now the administration kind of has to have their back. And it gives the administration support because, you know, they've kind of got to go down this path now.
The bill now heads to the full House for a vote. Some Kentucky Utilities customers are in sticker shock. Last month's cold snap with freezing temperatures caused higher electric bills. Carla Lemieux has her latest KU bill. She owes the electric company more than $300, and she's not the only one. She says her neighbors have been hard as well, and she wants answers.
I called KU and they tried to blame it on everything from Christmas lights, which we couldn't put up due to hail damage last year, to space heaters, which we don't own, to a water heater, which we replaced 3 months ago.
Kentucky Utilities told our sister station that on January 17th, the electric company peaked at 4,000 megawatts, the highest KU peak load in the last 5 years. Nearly $2 million in federal funding has been approved for the Kentucky National Guard for measures taken after the July 2022 flood here in the mountains. The $1.9 million in funding was approved by FEMA. Kentucky's bourbon industry is booming. That announcement came Tuesday as lawmakers from both political parties joined the governor and others for an announcement of record-setting numbers. A new study shows in Kentucky, bourbon has created a $9 billion economic impact, more than 23,000 jobs, and distillers have produced a record 2.7 million barrels in 2022. The news was not so good when studies started in 2009, but since then, lawmakers say the course has been reversed.
We've changed the dynamics and the trajectory based on reducing taxes, changing the regulatory system.
And the industry is still growing with more than 15 new distilleries currently under construction. Bourbon has also created new markets for farmers across Kentucky, with core production increasing 300% since 2009.
And a good Wednesday morning to you. Temperature-wise, a little bit cool in comparison to the last couple of mornings. 20s across eastern and southern Kentucky, minus the 34-degree reading at Jackson, 30 at Moorhead, and Monticello checking in at 31. You cross the state line, and it's 30 at Wise and 30 into southwest West Virginia at Logan. All right, some clouds are streaming in from the north and west. It'll dim the sunshine in similar fashion to what we saw yesterday afternoon. So we'll call it again mostly sunny on average from the morning into the afternoon. The forecast high today in Hazard close to 60 degrees. We've got a pattern change on the way. How quick does it arrive? We'll let you know. Your First Alert 7-day forecast and more news is all coming up after the break. Stay tuned.
Stop.